Yes. So today, as I explained before, we'll talk about how to use a digital advisor tool to set up or optimize meta ads for your higher education marketing campaigns. So I know that most of you who are working at the higher education industry or at the agency who is working for the higher education industry, and when you're running marketing campaigns, you already have your own strategy. Basically, you already have set up your own way of creating and launching campaigns. So for that purpose, we will not be talking about today how to create a campaign, how to launch a new campaign, because I believe that you already know, you're already aware of the how to follow this process. However, the core value of this video is to talk about how to use the product. It's called as a digital advisor to optimize your marketing campaigns. To the full extent. So we will get started in the beginning with how does the event work, right? So basically, when we before we launch the marketing campaigns, regardless of the social media channel, we always first need to focus on the events setup, right? So before we even click to launch the campaign, we need to make sure that if we have the events are set up, or if what are the conversions that are active on our landing page. So at the moment, we will talk about two events. One event is a standard event, and the other event is going to be the custom conversion event. So when we talk about the standard events are the Facebook's standard events that Facebook offers, such as basically lead, sales, awareness, engagement, these type of campaigns. So our main objective and goal here is the lead. So if you look at the Facebook standard events on the Facebook lead campaign, we will be talking about just standard custom informations like name, last name, email, phone numbers. However, on the custom conversion event, we will talk about how we allow the Facebook to collect the data from our landing page based on the every single answer of the users. So and then we will also talk about how we can use this custom conversion data to create audiences for the retargeting campaigns, also for lookalike audiences, and how we can segment every single action that the users take on our website, and how we can use those actions as an audience to target on our marketing campaigns, right? Let's say you have launched a marketing campaign, and this campaign was for your MBA program, and you have generated 2,000 clicks. And out of your 2,000 clicks, you've had 800 people landed on your page, and out of 800, you've received 10% conversion rate. So if you look at, we can look at this from two perspectives. From one perspective, if you look at that, basically 10% conversion is not bad. It's pretty good enough. However, if you look at the people that we have lost on the funnel, like those 90% of the people, they could have been converted. They could have been considered as a conversion. However, conversion not for maybe MBA program, but for master's program, for your bachelor program, for your the other marketing, for the other university programs, if you have any. I'm sure that there are within this 90% of the data that you're losing, there are people there that could be retargeted in the future if you know who they are, if you know and basically why they have been dropped, if you know what is their eligibility criteria. So by using our digital advisor tool, you're able to determine what they're qualified for. You're able to determine if you have 800 people landed on your page, and if you have 100 of them, 80 to 100 of them are converted, what happened to the rest of the 700 people? So by using our digital advisor tool, you're able to determine that the remaining 700 people that are people, roughly 20% or 30% people who are qualified for the master program, maybe not the MBA program, and also the remaining part are qualified for the bachelor program, and some of them are not qualified for any of the programs, however are predicted to be qualified in the future, maybe on the upcoming years. So basically, by segmenting every single data that you have on your landing page, you're able to determine your audiences and to target your audiences in a more advanced way. So let's get into that and let's see how those events looks like, and how basically what kind of audiences we are able to create if we want to use our digital advisor campaign. So we launched our digital advisor campaign, and if you see on my screen that we have launched marketing campaigns here, and here on those campaigns we have created campaigns for different regions, and these regions include Europe mainly, and European countries. On the top of that, that includes America, United States, and also some of the countries from the Middle East, right? So certainly we have different results for different countries. However, that's initially I would like to take 1 minute to talk about that we have launched this campaign by using our qualified lead custom conversion event to launch this campaign. Instead of using just Facebook's lead event, we used it qualified lead, which is our custom conversion event. Just repeat again. So this is our qualified leads, and so then we will talk about what other events that we collect within the funnel, right? So when we launch this campaign, we launch it with the qualified leads. However, till the user gets into the final page where they submit their details by answering all the questions, then we are till the last step, we are able to determine if this user is going to be predicted qualified, if this user is going to be MBA qualified, master qualified, or bachelor qualified. So if we go to our basically audiences, after all, we are able to create them and differentiate them into different audiences. So here we have created many audiences, and we can come here and we can create custom audiences. So what those custom audiences could be, let's say right now I'm running a marketing campaign for one of the British school, and basically I'm running qualified leads campaign for this university, and at the same time I receive another university which is somehow offering the same range of the countries and the same MBA program. And since I have collected thousands of leads on my different campaign, I can use a qualified leads event. So by just clicking to my pixel and create here from the qualified leads, and um, basically I can create my qualified leads here, and I can put that within 180 days. I would like to have people who are lead qualified throughout all of my pixel. However, in order to avoid the duplication, what we can do at this campaign, so for example, I've been running an MBA campaign for a British university, and for let's say for 180 days, and I have generated 2000 nearly leads from UK, and let's say I am having currently another MBA campaign for a different university in France, and now they're also looking for leads from UK. So since I have already warmed up my pixel with the data from UK with the leads. So what I can do, I can just create lead qualified 180 days, and I can exclude the people I have already basically qualified for the current campaign I'm running, because this is just to avoid the confusion between this is just to avoid duplication, so that I don't show the same ad to increase the frequency for the same for the same program, because those people are already lead qualified. And if I just put lead qualified here, it's going to show to everybody, but I don't want this to show to everybody. I want this to show only to the people who are lead qualified, but not the people who are lead qualified for my current campaign, right? So what I can do, I can come here, I can create my study fee. Is basically my source of the pixel. And then here I can do like again, I can do lead qualified, and I can define by URL parameter, and I can add here the URL that I would like to add in here, right? So right now I have the URL here, and I will take my URL and I will put it there, because I just would like to have my, I will take my URL and I will put it into my campaign. So what I did in here is I created, again to recap, I created a campaign with the source of the qualified leads within 180 days, and I have excluded the people who are qualified at this specific program. And then I can put in here that I have lead qualified audiences even within 180 days, and I have excluded the people who are lead qualified for the current campaign. I put EM and my current campaign name, so then I can create this audience. So is it, I mean, is that all? No, I could tell you that we can create hundreds of these audiences, because we can put hundreds of segments into our funnel. So another one we can use, for example, predicted qualified leads. So what predicted qualified leads means, that in the end of the funnel, in the end of the product, when users come and answer all the questions, and they get to the final page where they submit their details, right? Their name, last name, email, and every details. So most people come to the final level that our pixel determines that these people are to be lead qualified. However, unless they submit their details and click the submit, they're not lead qualified. They are considered as lead predicted qualified. So lead predicted qualified means that they're 100% matching with these criteria of the program. However, in order for us to determine as a lead qualified, they need to provide us with their personal details. So what we can do in this such scenario is we can create new audience for these people, because we will not like to lose these people at the funnel, right? So instead of creating just a retargeting campaign, this is going to put our campaigns into the overlapping process, because the audiences will be overlapping, because you have multiple campaigns targeting the same audience, showing different ads or the same ads from a different campaign, from different ads to the same audiences. And this will create a huge overlap and put your campaigns into the learning phase for forever, basically. Yes, unless you optimize it properly. So here what we do is we create our source again, and here we will do predicted lead qualify. So what it means, as I explained, so we'll put 180 days again. So people who are lead predicted qualified, we will show the ads to them. However, so if you think logically, those people who are lead qualified, they're also lead predicted qualified, right? Because in order to be able to be lead qualified, you need to be able to be lead predicted qualified. So for that reason, we will exclude those agents, because we will not like to show to the people who have become this and this. We only would like to show to the people who have become only this, not this, right? So we'll just put 180 days. And now here we'll put the audience lead predicted qualified, and then basically we will write here 180 days that we took, and then we will exclude the audience which are qualified, lead qualified, right? So we'll just create this audience. This is gonna be our second audience. So let's go, we can create as many audience as we want, right? So we can do as many audience as we want, and we can basically play around with every audience separately. This is about if you're getting a lot of traffic and you want to determine what is this traffic about, what these people do on our website, and what were their actions. So this only about for this process. Then we can these are the most fun and the most important ones. I will tell you those. We can talk about the website visitors excluding qualified leads. So it's basically we will create people who have visited our website, and we will exclude the people who are lead predicted qualified, who are qualified leads as well, right? So we can do that because we need to work with a lot of exclusion to avoid the confusion, because the audiences that we give to the Facebook needs to be like a pure audience, needs to be the audience that Facebook will not get confused to show the ads. Okay, so I've got these A audience, B audience, and C, and I have got the people inside, same people inside each audience, right? So we need to do the exclusions here. So let's go to the master qualified leads. In the beginning of the video, I explained that we are having, when we have here I showed you that we have 2000 clicks, 800 landing page, and 10% conversion. So if we talk about the 10% conversion, right, we have nearly 700 people that are lost in this campaign. So where are they, right? So basically, if you have already created the events here, master qualified leads, bachelor qualified leads, MBA qualified leads, you will have a lot of people sitting inside of that audience. So what you can do here, if you this is, you can create it for another audience and use it for your another campaign. So let's just stop here for the MBA campaign and let's move to the other campaign. Let's say you've got a master program campaign that you would like to run yet. So instead of just creating a new campaign, like creating targeting new ads and to learn to make the Facebook learn about your audiences, what you can do simply is you can just create the audience which you have, because you've been getting thousands of traffic to your website, organic traffic, your paid advertising, your PR, your email marketing, outbound, inbound, anything that drives the traffic into your landing page, right? So you have all these audiences, and basically what you can do, you can come here and click the website. Certainly you need to set up these qualify all these events, and our company will be so happy, our team will be so happy to do that for you if you will just get in touch with us, and we'll be so happy to basically have one meeting with you and set up everything for you. If you have any doubts that how we're going to set up this, if we don't want to change your current strategy, you have a strategy that you've been running for years and you don't want to switch from that into another one, have no worries about that. We'll set up in a way that will not touch, will not destroy any pixel data that you have there. Instead, we'll just work on customizing, segmenting your pixels. So here, let's get back to that. So here, let's say what we have, master, right? So lead. So we will here talk about the master qualified leads. And so let me just find that. So here, what we have is a segmentation master degree. So those people who are qualified as the segmentation as a master degree, we will just put them here. And then we will create again the audience that they are 180 days, those people that are qualified as a master degree. So create the audience for them, or we can also put bachelor degree. So we can just put the people who are basically who have graduated or graduating soon from the bachelor. We can create the audience for them. And we can separately target each audiences that we create, right? One of the other important thing, the final step that I would like to talk about besides all of this. So as you know, we have multiple funnels within those advertising process. So one of the most important thing that we have based on our previous experiences from our clients, that the ideal lead. So when the lead is qualified, it does not 100% determine that this lead is ideal. So within all of these segments, you're also able to build your ideal segment. So what ideal segment means? So for example, if you have an MBA program, you have a certain criteria for MBA program. One of criteria, for example, the user needs to have their education in BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration, or they need to have 3 years of working experience, English proficiency, or any other. So these are the basic determinations, criteria for determining the user to be lead qualified. So this, when the user passes this stage, they're being a qualified lead, and this data is being contacted by the university. However, some of the university also prioritize ideal lead. Ideal lead means that this lead has more chances of being able to start their studies and have past a certain process. And what are they? For example, financial status. So at this segment, you're able to ask to the users, do you have, for example, financial stability, or who is going to be your sponsor? Based on this question, they're able to determine that, okay, anybody who answers that I have my financial income, I'm financially stable, and I would like to basically I can pay for my studies, and these people are considered as ideal lead for the or this is just an example. You can have as many segments as you want, and based on this we can determine that this is the ideal lead. And what you can do when you launch your marketing campaign, you can launch your marketing campaign just right away with your ideal lead. So instead of using qualified leads, you can use the ideal leads, right? And also, if in the future, if you would like to create um, your ideal lead segments. So if you would like to create, if you have, let's say, generated thousands of ideal leads within across all the marketing programs, then it's a good data to tell Facebook that, okay, we've received a lot of ideal leads, and we would like to create this segment to use it for our marketing campaigns. We would like to create it for the lookalike audiences, also for a different type of audiences. So one of the other things are the lookalike audiences, and we will be most probably talking on the other video if you would like, and if you would like to share or comment on this video, and would like to hear your feedback. Especially, this is a call to the higher education marketers or agencies who are running marketing campaigns for the higher education companies. Would like to hear your feedback. Also, if you have any questions, if you would like to start learning how we do that personally, you can get in touch with our company, our support team, and one of our representatives will contact you, and we'll just take you through all the process, and we'll make everything custom to you. And that's all. Thank you very much for watching my video, and wish you have a lovely day to you. Cheers.